Hello YouTube, vintage stereo collectors. This is the Marsland M400 stereo tuner, circa 1967, made in Waterloo, Ontario. I got this one pretty much up and running, and it had been sitting for a long time. And you know how you tell? Stiff selector switches, moves nicely now. This switch, you could hardly move them. Put a little neutral in there, which is a contact cleaner lubricant. But even the little tuning meter was stuck on the post. The needle had oxidized to the resting post, and it wouldn't move even after tapping it. So I actually took it apart, put a little bit of lube on the bearing, got everything working. I lubed up the tuning mechanism so it's nice and smooth now. This one has all the original dial lights in it. They're the small little wheat bulbs. There's 3 of them, plus a stereo indicator, and they still work. So this one was, something happened with it years ago. It was basically electrolytic capacitors drying out. It killed the multiplex section, and somebody put it away before the bulbs even had a chance to reach the end of life. Because most of these, you get them, the dial light bulbs are out because they've been used for hours and hours. But anyway, put some electrolytic capacitors in it. And this brings up something I have a real problem with. I hear this all the time. People have said it to me in person. Oh, are you going to put that on a variac? Bring it up slowly, reform the capacitors. Or you'll see listings on eBay, and people use the same wording, they must cut and paste it. Slowly brought up on a variac to reform vital components. Or, haven't plugged this in, needs to be brought up slowly on a variac. Absolute nonsense. I've been doing this 40 years. It's an absolute waste of time. You get the thing, take the cord, if the cord isn't in shreds, plug it in, turn it on. I've been working on stuff that's years old, and it's getting older. Caps are more dried out. You plug it in just to see what it's doing. And believe me, you're not going to find anything usually happening. The capacitors on this one obviously were very old. Replace them, but the funny thing is I plugged it in, turned it on, it worked. I got sound out of it. It wasn't in stereo. I mean, you're going to have to replace all the capacitors anyway. Don't waste time bringing it up slowly on a variac. That's absolute nonsense. If anybody would like to comment on that, I'd be glad to reply. Thanks for watching and listening.